Это второй урок курса «Мощный поиск в Google». Это Дэн Рассел, который обучает пользователей интернета мощному поиску в Google. Второй урок посвящен фильтрованию результатов по цвету. О чем говорит Дэн Рассел, вы можете прочитать в субтитрах, но в связи с тем, что субтитры — это результат автоматического перевода с помощью переводчика Google на русский язык, не всегда совсем корректно, я решил прокомментировать, сопроводить уроки своими комментариями. Итак, ключевая идея. Составляем запрос и затем фильтруем результаты поиска по цвету. Делайте это всегда, когда результаты с помощью обычного поиска в Google не удовлетворяют вашим ожиданиям. Для примера Дэн Рассел использует слово fossils, окаменелости. Как же фильтровать по цвету? Вводим в поисковую строку Google интересующее нас слово, затем нажимаем кнопочку картинки, инструменты поиска и выбираем цвет.
But look at the image here. The screen shows you that there's a set of color chips and a set of options that allow you to say, let's look for fossils that are primarily white or primarily gray or whatever. So what you would do is to click on one of those color chips, and then that allows you to filter by color. Here, I've filtered the fossils return set.
Причем вы можете выбрать любой цвет, который вам нравится.
Some other color that you'd like. Let me show this to you live. Let me do my query for fossils. I'm going to switch to images by clicking on the image tab. And now we've got this beautiful set of results. To get to the tool to filter by image, I click on search tools right here. So I click there.
При этом вы можете использовать и другие инструменты поиска в Google по размеру, по цвету. Например, на белом фоне черные.
See that set of options. So let's do that filter by white. And now you can see these results are primarily with a white background or a white context. I could change that to a different color and say, let's look for ones with a primarily black background or black color. And we get, unsurprisingly, lots of fossils with a black surround. So we can change this now to filter by different colors for different kinds of queries. So here's a query where...
Далее следуют примеры использования фильтрации по цвету в поиске в Google.
Crazy scientists and discharges of all sorts. But what we can use now is some information to realize that color helps us understand context. So, for example, one of the ways we can filter is by the color purple, because lots of pictures of Tesla coils are purple in nature. Let me show you what that looks like live. Okay, so here I've done the search for Tesla, and you can see the results are slightly different than the picture I showed you just a second ago, because things change, and now Tesla cars are super popular. But we're really looking for purple colored things. So let's click on the purple tab down here, and you can see now we've got purple Tesla cars, but we've also got more of these electrical discharges like that. So this is really nice because now we can start to filter by other kinds, other properties. One of the things I mentioned was the ability to filter by black and white. So let's click on that. And all of a sudden we've got black and white pictures, and we're starting to see archival imagery as well. So we're starting to see pictures of Nikola Tesla, old X-rays, and so on. So what's nice about this is once you've done this kind of work, all of a sudden you realize that, for example, red often means sports cars. So Tesla plus red, you get a lot of sports cars. That doesn't surprise me. But often you can get those archival images in the black and white space. So let me show you that live too. So here I've done the black and white Tesla search, but I'm going to add one other filter. Remember, the key idea here is the filter, reducing the space from millions to just tens or 20s that I can handle. In this case, I want to search for another kind of filter, in this case, for faces. So remember, black and white, Tesla, faces. So what do we get? We get a lot of pictures of Tesla, the crazy inventor. So this is unsurprising. But there's a really nice feature here, which is if I click, for example, on this picture, you see it zooms in and gives me a little bit more context, including over here on the right-hand side, a bunch of related images. So these are all black and white pictures of Tesla that are related. So you see what you can do if you change your query slightly by, say, adding the word coil, Tesla coil, you can start to focus in. This is another version of that filtering idea. Go from large, add a term, add a color filter, add a feature filter like face or archival line drawings or something. If you do this in that black and white space and we add the word coil, it'll shift again. So let's do that live so you can see this.
В заключение предлагается закрепить знания и протестировать их на конкретном примере.
But what I'm going to do now is add the term coil, and now you see that. Lots of diagrams show up here. I'll click on the first one, and then I can click on related images, and you can start to see all these things down here. I'll click on the bottom right, related images, and guess what? I've got a lot of black and white schematic diagrams of how to build Tesla coils. Careful with this, they're kind of dangerous. So now your point.
Вы должны убедиться в том, что поняли прием фильтрации по цвету.
This is an important skill because we're going to continue to add more and more filters as we go along through this course. Give it a try.